Today, I'd like to talk about flat earthers, the only people who slept through more 8th grade science class than chemtrailers. I know what you're thinking, Keith, please don't even give these people the time of day, but I'm going to, and I'll explain why in a minute. Unfortunately, the flat earther movement has picked up steam lately thanks to a few high-profile endorsements from people like Kyrie Irving, Shaq, and the rapper B.O.B. All, of course, giants in the scientific community. And I assume for a while, like many people do, these people are just trolling. There's no way they actually believe the Earth is flat. But it just so happens to be the first FAQ on the website of the Flat Earth Society. It reads, I quote, "This site is not a joke. We're actively promoting the Flat Earth movement worldwide." At the core of the Flat Earther movement is the disconnect between personal daily experience and the overall reality. They observe a flat Earth day to day, therefore, that must be the truth. But much like online dating, sometimes you have to realize what you see with your eyes may not be the final and absolute truth of the matter. So let's knock this thing down in a few short minutes. An obvious place to start might be, I don't know, all the pictures we have of our oblate spheroid Earth. That's technically the shape of the Earth, since it's not perfectly round. Like, here's a good one. And this one here's nice too. And don't forget this live view from the International Space Station you can pull up at any time. The response from flat earthers on all of this? Hoax. But not a malicious hoax, apparently, which is nice, I guess. Again, quoting from their website, there is no flat Earth conspiracy. NASA is not hiding the shape of the Earth from anyone. There is a space travel conspiracy. The purpose of NASA is to fake the concept of space travel to further America's militaristic dominance of space. They conclude, and I quote, "The Earth is portrayed as round in NASA media because NASA thinks that it's round." Poor NASA, always so clueless. Let's move on to how day and night might be possible on this flat Earth. Here's what they've come up with. The sun is a spotlight that rotates around like so. When you're under the sun, it's day. When you're under the moon, it's night, which is cool, except you'd never see the moon during the day, daylight hours would never change, and most importantly, you'd always see the sun even during the night. Think about it. If the Earth is flat, what prevents you from seeing the spotlight sun at all times, even when you're in the dark? It's like being in the audience at a theater while the stage is spotlighted. You're in the dark, but you can still see the spotlight. All right, what about the seasons? Here's their model for that. The sun magically changes its path for the seasons, growing closer to the northern half, not hemisphere, remember, half, during our summer and farther away during our winter. Which is clever, except of course, Alaska would never have continuous months of day and night, all of Australia would be in the dark most of the year, and the sun would have to move twice as fast during the southern hemisphere summer in order to make up the doubling of circumference of the path. So, next time you go to Argentina, let me know if the sun moves twice as fast. I've been there, spoiler alert, it does not. Of course, there are hundreds of other problems with the flat Earth theory, like an increase in elevation wouldn't allow you to see farther on a plane with no obstructions if the Earth were flat. But it does, because it's round. And since the force of gravity is directed towards the center of mass, you would be pulled sideways if you were anywhere but the center of a flat plane Earth. And my personal favorite, weather satellites. You know the pictures from space I used to help predict the weather? You'll see a round planet and the exact cloud cover you observe over your head plotted on that planet in real time. So, why even disprove a movement that has not a single legit scientist behind it? Quite simply, because they're actually raising money for this. B.O.B. is currently trying to raise $1 million for flat Earth research, and Mad Mike Hughes has raised thousands of dollars to launch a homemade rocket in the effort to take a picture of what he believes will be a flat Earth. Tens of thousands of dollars, all going to absolute garbage when it could be used for something worthwhile like cancer research or feeding hungry people. So do me a favor, flat earthers, and get a new hobby. Or, if you're still convinced, find the edge of the Earth, lean backwards, and prove to me that gravity is just another big lie.